It's time now to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Good morning, Vicki. Hope your May has been going well. I know you've been here and there and everywhere, but it's good to see you.
Well, thank you very much, George. Listen, I'm glad you said it was May. Because when I put on my coat, I'm good. Is this really May? Okay.
It's been a little below normal in Syracuse where we originate this conversation. So
That's correct.
it's picking up though.
It's picking up, okay, but I'm going to tell some of my friends around the country, like it was 25 degrees 2 days ago. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
25 degrees. Anyway.
25?
25 during the night. It dropped down.
It got that low?
It did.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, so I said, is it really May? But we're having a great day today. And so what I wanted to make sure of, though, before we go too far into our conversation, is to thank, well, I'm going to say this for you. I'm thanking everybody for George, for your well wishes for while he's been recovering. Because I know it's been tough for him. Okay.
Yes.
But y'all keep pumping him up, okay? Because he's going to be just fine, okay?
Thank you.
And be ready to run some races, right, George?
Oh, Lord. I might be ready to walk some races.
Walk some races, okay, absolutely. But listen, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic today because it is summer. Summer's right around the corner. Mm-hmm. Graduations have taken place or are taking place, and everyone's getting ready to do something that's very traditional.
Well, you know what I'm doing this weekend, right?
What?
You know what I'm doing this weekend coming up, right?
What are you doing?
Speaking of graduations.
Oh my God, is it this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is your last one.
Coming up this Memorial Day weekend. Yes.
That's right.
It's coming up this next weekend, if you will.
Your last graduation. At least at this stage. We don't know yet, okay, because there could be some doctoral graduations and some wedding ceremonies, but for this phase of life, this is your last one. Are you excited?
Vicki, I the fact that our little family has will have 4 college graduates, and I think about, where I came from and my, Gloria, it's just amazing that we've been able, and Gloria's still in school. So, but just that alone just makes me feel so good and so proud. And that they're also good citizens and good people, more importantly. And so that, when you think about legacies from that perspective, Vicki, very, very, very happy and very proud.
Well, good, George. You and Gloria have every right to feel very proud. And this is your second graduation there at Cornell, right?
Yes, second one, right? 2 Ivies, baby.
2 Ivies, baby. Okay, although the people at Howard and Bennett, right?
Yes.
We say that you got 4 Ivies.
Right, 4 Ivies, right. 2 Ivies and two HBCUs, but in our view, 4 Ivies.
4 Ivies, exactly. But this kind of dovetails a little bit into some of the conversation that we're going to have this week. And so I want to have everybody to go back into memory lane for a minute. And, I'd say a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, we had a brief couple of weeks of conversation around creating the family mission statement.
Yes.
And when that happened, and we spoke on it a couple of times, it sort of put in a seed in me as to what does this really need to be? How can we further enhance the benefits of a family mission statement? And that's what we're going to talk about today. George, that every summer, at least for my family, every other summer, we have the Green Hill Bryant family reunion. Do you have a family reunion in your family?
Not on my side, but on Gloria's side. Both our sides are kind of dormant right now. But on Gloria's side, we were on her mother's line. We were meeting, and then one year we actually did it on her father's side, and then we really haven't had one on my side, other than people getting together for various memoriams
Right, right.
or celebrations of unions. So
Okay. All right. Well, in the many families, but particularly in the African American tradition, the event of a family reunion is a really big deal. I have seen, in fact, for one period of time, I don't know if it's still going on, Steve Harvey used to have this big family reunion outing
yeah,
that took place there at Disney World or Disneyland down in Florida. But
Disney
the
World.
tradition, Disney World, but the tradition of family reunion usually took place, in the summer, in many cases every other year, and we would bring all the family units together. And there were typically 2 or 3 things that happened during the family reunion. One of them being what, George? What usually happens?
2 or 3 things that happen. Tell me. I'm drawing blank.
Food.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. Food. Some
But
card games.
a pig roast. Okay, so a lot of people had pig roast, food. They would have then a gathering of the family conclaves as far as the individual components, and then they would share things around culture.
Yeah, and then I've seen some families do some other things, which I know you're going to get into.
Okay, but the main thing is those were, if you look at some of the historical information and some statistics, those are 3 of the primary things that would happen.
Okay.
And that was true of my family too. And that has gone on for year after year after years. We're probably into, I think, the 20th year, this year, of the family reunion. But one thing's not happening that I can ever recall that's happened in my family that in some ways, I'm a little bit ashamed of. We never have a business conversation. We don't talk about business.
Right.
We talk about the family business relative to how much money we need to raise for the next time as far as venues and things of that nature. But when have we had conversations around money in our families? Conversations that would move us forward as far as actually tackling versus just talking about, but executing the things around generational wealth. So with that in mind, after I started having these, we had these talks concerning the things around family mission statement, we came up with a plan to implement and to provide a service for anyone who actually wants to reach out to us for a service like this around family financial workshops.
So Brackens has come up with a plan.
That's correct. When I say we, because I put you in Brackens Financial Solutions Network, along with my partners down in Virginia and Heritage Financial Partners.
Yes. Okay.
We have come up with a family financial workshop system that can be used to create conversations around money within the family, so that now, instead of just talking about the need for generational wealth, action steps can be put in place. So let me show you for just a second, George. I'm going to put this up on screen. Let's see if I can do.
Yeah, and again, we talk. I think I was sharing with you that there's actually a family in Syracuse that uses a financial strategy. They buy homes, they invest, and this is part. And it's a very large family in Syracuse. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yes, we do know who they're talking about, and they are one of the few, that I have encountered where there is a structured system around utilizing the power of the family in a cooperative way to create generational wealth. Okay, but under this family financial workshop, here is one of the primary things that we have discovered. We need to tell stories about wealth. We always hear about lack, but we never talk about the victories and the stories about wealth within our family, and the things that are that we have done in our generations that have been done to describe how we have created wealth, so that we can lay down a template going forward. So I'm not going to go through all of the pages here, but what I want to say is this: if there are, within the listeners that we have right now, you're getting ready for your family reunion, you'd like to utilize a tool like this, either to have us act as facilitators for you or a train the trainer type of situation, give me a call.
So scroll through for me because I want to describe
Okay.
for our radio listeners.
Oh, that's
what-
true. They can't see
They
because I'm
can't
talking
see.
to our to our television people.
Yeah, the TV folks is good. So basically,
Okay.
there's a couple of things, right? And Vicki just mentioned that she's talked about telling. We don't tell enough stories about wealth. So here in this workshop, some of the questions include defining. Or some of the categories include defining what wealth means to you. What does wealth represent? How do you feel about saving money? What is worth saving for? What are your feelings about spending money? Really getting into your psychology. I'm explaining this, Vicki, better than you, but you go ahead.
Yeah, go right ahead, George. I'm gonna take you out with me. Okay.
And then and I'm just telling you what I'm
Yeah.
seeing for the people at home. This is my job, right?
Yes.
And then, you know, again, mindset. Describe a financial mistake or important lesson you've learned in life. Describe a time that persistent effort paid off. Describe a time that you didn't have enough money. Describe a time in your life that you felt fortunate. So again, mindset
around money. And the reason we really need to delve into mindset is that this is an intergenerational exercise that we want everybody in the family to be involved in. That doesn't matter if they're 5 years old or 105 years old, because there's much to be shared there between each individual generation to create a legacy conversation around wealth. Okay, and here we are, George, and I'll go one more page over where we set up the template so that instead of just talking about you need to create a family mission statement, we have set up a template that gives you the actual steps to take, how to create this family mission statement. And if this workshop is done properly, it usually takes somewhere between a half a day to 3/4 of a day. And it would be a really good element to use as far as possibly before the picnic, and then you'll celebrate at the end so that conversations can continue. But in the call, as far as the mission statement, it gives you the steps for how to call the meeting, what the values are that you should discuss, well, the statements as far as constructing your statement and your mission statement, how to refine that statement. It gives you full breakdowns of everything that's necessary in order to create the family mission statement.
I'm going to say to the people who are on the radio, you need to contact Vicki right now and get and talk about this. And I'm doing this because this resource that I have the privilege of seeing right in front of me, that Vicki's sharing with us right now, is such a good tool, and especially around the connecting of the generations, right? When Vicki talks about, what is generational wealth and how do we not have zero no more, especially in our community where we want to begin to, if we haven't already, set up the foundation so that we can begin to build wealth and transfer that wealth. And Vicki's talked all throughout the years about simple ways to do that right now. That's right in front of you. But that tool that she just shared is such a great piece to have. Vicki, tell people how they connect with you for that.
So the way to connect with me would be to go to info@Brackens, BRACKENS, FSN.com, and in your comments write family financial planning. Okay, and just connect to us there. Or if you'd like to give us a call, area code 315-930-4499, and go to extension 102.
Okay.
When you go to extension 102, let Melissa know that you want to get in contact with us concerning the family financial planning workshop for family reunions. Yeah. Or finally, Mr. Friendly Neighborhood Advisor, okay, Mr. Michael Jennings, who's also here in our office. You see him around town all the time. You can reach out to Michael, okay, anytime, and he would be happy to schedule a time for you to either sit down with us or do a short conversation online or over the phone as to how you can get trained to use this tool properly with your own families.
It's wonderful. And I know, again, I'm just from what I've seen, I got a preview, obviously, of this particular tool. This is something that you want to reach out to. And Vicki, I know that also, in addition to all of that people can do, they need to share and subscribe these videos and these talks as well.
Yes, they do. They absolutely need to share and subscribe, okay, to these videos and these talks, but particularly this one. I hope that I can look back, 2 weeks from now and find out that this has been shared across your families, not only here locally, but across the country, because this is, here's the thing, George. We don't have unlimited time in the bottle. Let's just be honest. Many of us have suffered and lost close friends and relatives, particularly over the last 3 years. The intergenerational conversations are part of our wealth building process. If we don't have those, that whole mantra that we talked about, zero no more, we're losing financial intelligence along the way. So we need to be sure that we are sharing this information and making sure that everyone has access to this as quickly as we possibly can. Well, George, thank you very much for giving that endorsement. I'm going to say it that way. As far as the tool is concerned, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing from many of you next week and over the next few weeks concerning the Family Financial Workshop. Again, if you have questions, you can reach out to us at info@brackensfsn.com or area code 315-930-4499, extension 102. And at this point in time, I will say our plate is full.
All right. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. She is America's money maven.